What is
Wasn't
going on,
expecting that
everybody?
one.
What the fuck, man? You just stepped on my intro, dog.
I got a little carried away with the doo 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 doo. It was tight.
Okay, so that's my intro.
Okay. Pretty
Anyway,
sure I said the same thing the first time too. I heard it. It's oh well.
well, go ahead. I don't hear enough praise for my creations.
Yeah, it's good. Keep it going.
Oh, thank you. As you can tell, I'm not alone. I mean, in my mortal being, yes, I'm alone. But today is gonna be different. I got my boy, the White Carlton. Oh, that's right. You've heard the name before. The man, the myth, the legend. Mr. The White Carlton. Oh, that's where you're supposed to introduce
Why?
yourself.
Why? Thank you. Why? Thank you. Yeah. I'm doing the Carlton dance, but ain't nobody seeing that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
No sweater vest on as well. I kind of feel like I'm not playing my role very well.
Well, I can't see you, so I don't care.
Probably for the better. Got some stains on my pajamas and
Did you say your pajama has ears?
nah. Got stains on them. And
Yeah,
no, they don't have ears currently.
we won't go there.
We won't go there today. We'll see. uh,
So, this is my boy, Carlton, we'll call him. I've known him for almost, I would say, like a year.
yeah, it's got to be around that.
It's been a hot minute, as the kids say in the streets. And, yeah, this is the first time he's been on Hangin' Heavy, the podcast where the conversation can get as heavy as the host. I'm your boy Desecrator, and you've been filled in. So yeah, usually I have a bunch of shit prepared, but today is not your day.
Today ain't your day.
Do you know where that's from?
I don't, unfortunately. That sounds like a Clint Eastwood thing or something.
Bitch, you ain't no nerd.
Oh.
What that smell like?
Really? You don't? Do you know what that's from?
Yeah, it's unforgivable.
Unforgivable.
Thank you.
Go. My boy had a shirt with his face on it back in high school.
Yeah, I had an official merch line that said, "Give me a chicken sandwich and some waffle fries for free," in huge white font on a black shirt.
Perfect. Yeah, no, this buddy's shirt was mega bootleg. Like someone took a screenshot off the YouTube video and just cropped out his face.
It was all pixelated.
Oh, super pixely, and I mean, it's its own aesthetic, I guess. But
Yeah. Aesthetic.
Aesthetic.
So yeah, this is my boy. I met him through a fellow Rocket League player. We won't go on to say his name because we don't say his name around these parts.
Yikes.
But yeah, he's one of those players that you come across and you just click. It just makes sense, and that's kind of rare.
Yeah,
Usually people just shit talk each other and fuck off.
a lot of shit talkers. There's the odd grand champ that talks to you on Rocket League, and then I don't know, pieces off and is like, "Yeah, well, I'm actually way better than you, so have a good night."
So yeah, fuck you.
It's like the one night stand of video games. You know, you had some fun together, and clearly they had the beer goggles on a little bit.
Only
and,
one of them. Only one of the parties had regret.
yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like my life.
Dip, 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 dip.
So I managed to get my audio going to my boy. Oh shit! Why the fuck did that come out? And so everything you hear, he hears. Sure, it's probably distorted and clipping like a motherfucker, but that's his fault.
It's beautiful. I'm listening to this on a phone, anyways.
Yeah. So I mean, speaking of that, if you don't have the app already, you can download the Podbean app. It makes listening a whole lot easier. You automatically get notified when I upload anything. You can like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'm sure another one of your favorite podcasts is on here too. So, oh yeah, yeah. I don't know if fucking iTunes is a thing anymore. I don't think it is.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
getting tossed.
Okay. So iTunes is officially dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
yeah. So your library still be there, but now you have to use something else. I don't. I record with a Mac, but I don't care about Mac. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, man, I've had to do so many workarounds with iTunes anyways. I've
Yeah.
got like a really old school gen. Not even old school, man. I've got like an iPhone 4, I think. And I remember trying to put music onto it, and they were like, "Oh, well, you can't upload music to this because you need to update your software." And it's like, "Well, I can't update to the latest software because my phone's too old." And then you
Yeah.
couldn't use iTunes because your software wasn't up to date, and they don't have like previous versions of iTunes on Apple. It's just a big gimmick, man. Apple's one of the biggest scams going.
Yeah. So what the term or yeah, the term for that is planned obsolete or
Yeah.
obsolescence, or I don't know how you would say that. But yeah, they plan to make your stuff obsolete.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately for them, I know how to torrent, so suck it up.
Excuse me, we're gonna have to. Oh shit! Oh fuck!
You might have to censor that one. I'm gonna have
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna have
FBI
to.
knocking on my Canadian doorstep here.
Oh shit! Do you hear that? What the fuck is that? Oh, that's weird. Whatever. So, what did you say? You torrent?
Ooh, I see where this is going. Correction. Yeah, no, I definitely do.
Nah, that's cool. And
I support when I can, you know? It's there's certain things that just make it easy to torrent. Like find an old version of iTunes.
yeah.
But
I don't know if you use Spotify or Pandora or whatever the fuck you do to listen to music.
no.
Oh,
I did listen to Spotify, but that went when my ex went. So R.I.P. Spotify. Ooh, I was using hers. Yeah, no, mostly just YouTube now.
yeah. Do you have a subscription or YouTube Red?
No, I don't.
Well,
I'm
that's
one of
funny
those.
that you
I
bring
gotta
up
leave my
YouTube.
phone on. I gotta skip through ads. It's a
Yeah.
big deal.
Well, that's weird that you bring up YouTube because this podcast is also uploaded on YouTube. Nice segue.
Woo!
Thank you, Desecrator. No problem, Desecrator. So yeah, I don't really know what the fuck we're gonna talk about, but you
You
know,
heard any? You heard anything about what's going on with Blizzard right now?
no, what's up with Blizzard?
Oh man, I guess they suspended some kid for he made a statement. What's the game? Heathstone or whatever, the card game.
Hearthstone?
Yeah, yeah. So
Heatstone.
this
Damn.
dude, he was in some big like Masters tournament or whatever. There was pretty big like prize money and stuff. And at the end of the tournament or during the tournament or something, he made a statement about like freeing Hong Kong, and, like liberating the people kind of
Yeah.
ordeal. and Blizzard like fucking banned him for a year from playing in any other tournaments, and they've also stripped him of his $10,000 cash monies.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, and now like Reddit's just blowing up with people. They had people at Blizzard who walked out of the company today to do protests and like all sorts of shit's going down. And it's interesting, man. Like Reddit's such a crazy community. I need to get on there more, but yeah, people are. I guess there's a Chinese, like a Chinese woman in the game, like one of the characters
Yeah, yeah.
for Overwatch, and people have been making memes with her and trying to basically suit her as a revolutionist,
Ah.
just to kind of like say, "Hey, fuck you, Blizzard." you know, this
Yeah.
all this guy was trying to do is stand up for people's rights, kind of thing, and so I mean, I can see Blizzard's part of it too. It's like very strictly worded in their terms and agreements for these tournaments that you're not to like talk about like political things and that you can't basically whatever you say is going to represent what Blizzard
Yeah, what they say.
its ideals and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah. Anyways, it's a giant clusterfuck of a mess right now, and it's been kind of fun to follow. Um, it's interesting to see where they'll go from here. I guess there were some more people today or yesterday, a few other Americans at a college tournament who pretty much did the same thing, like in protest of what's going on. Um, and the Blizzard's been completely silent on them because they've had so much backlash from this other guy.
That's
And
crazy.
so there's a huge double standard that's now being, sent forth currently with the situation.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they're going to dig themselves out of this, man.
Good luck with that.
Right?
Yeah. Can't even think about it. Kind of hurts my head.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. I'm not gonna go there, but it's yeah, it was interesting to see what's going on, and I guess BlizzCon's like right around the corner too.
Uh,
So all these Redditors are talking about going and making a
Making a
grand
stand.
stand at BlizzCon, and
Yeah.
like woo, bunch of video game nerds standing up to the man. I want to see this.
Yeah, I mean, well, fucking Blizzard has plenty of money, so
Oh, they
they'll be
do.
all right.
Yeah, like people were talking about boycotting and stuff, and it's like, well, I mean, half you people have already paid for the game.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what a local boycott's gonna do, but I like where they're going with changing the character.
Okay, so that didn't go as planned, but I fixed it.
Okay.
So, we were talking about nerds.
Bitch, you ain't no nerd.
Anyway, so yeah, we've been gunning Borderlands for the past month.
Yeah,
What do you think of it so far?
man, I was reading some reviews, and this one guy summed it up so good. I think it was on Kotaku or whatever, and oh, what was the line? Basically, he compared it to a bag of potato chips. Like, it's not the best for you, but once you start, you have a really hard time stopping. And
Yeah.
that's how I feel about Borderlands. Like, it's, I don't know. I feel like it's pretty similar to the second. Obviously, there's some new traits and stuff you can do, which have been pretty cool. But same old, but I like it.
Yeah, fucking. So, I've played every single one of them since release, and I can safely say that yeah, it's basically Borderlands, more Borderlands, Borderlands, more Borderlands. And a lot of the early reviews were like, "It's the same thing. It's the same game. What's new? It's the same thing. If you played one, you played them all." And while that is true, calm the fuck down.
Yeah, I saw a few reviews that have had it gunned pretty negatively for
Yeah.
being the same, but I've also read reviews that spun that in a positive light too.
Yeah, like it's not broken, so why would they try to fix it?
Exactly. They got their own little niche thing going and people enjoy it. And I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, how many games can you get nowadays where you can sit down and play fucking split screen?
For real. That's like
Right?
when they added that or announced that or when I found out about it, I was like, wow, that's pretty badass. Like for a looter shooter, modern day, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
that is a rarity, man.
Hmm.
And like for some reason, everyone is comparing it to Destiny.
Ugh.
Like
Yeah.
they're they're shooters, so I mean they have that in common, but that's about it.
Yeah. And I mean, they say like they're both kind of got an RPG-esque to them, but I'd
Yeah.
say Borderlands has definitely got a bit more RPG-esque. Oh, maybe.
Well,
They're pretty
yeah,
similar in that sense, but everyone was worried that like Borderlands was going to draw people away from Destiny and stuff. And it's like, I really think you're catering to two totally different player groups.
yeah, yeah. So, like straight up, uh, I mean, I fucking was a Destiny fanboy,
Hmm.
but Destiny was owned by a major publisher, Activision,
Yeah.
and usually when smaller companies get acquired by bigger companies, they're subject to their will.
Because they were Bungie, weren't they?
Yeah, it was Bungie. I mean, the creators of the Halo franchise.
Halo. Yeah.
And yeah, everyone was expecting Destiny to be this huge thing. And when the first one came out, it looked nice, but the game was complete trash. Like the first year of the game, like the game was completely garbage. It was
Oh.
nice and the fucking player movement and everything, whatever you want to call it. Everything was nice and well thought out, but the story was stupid. I mean, if you could even say there was a story.
I feel like the second's pretty similar in that regard.
Yeah, so basically the first 2 years of that game were pretty shit and forgettable. But then they started
Yeah.
adding more and more that you had to pay for. So after the complete second year, they had it like, they had a bunch of DLC and shit. So you had to pay for the $60 game, then 20, $30 each DLC, and there's probably like 3 or 4. So I mean, you're paying for fucking 3 games pretty much,
Yeah, that's
and
rough.
it
That
didn't
shouldn't be.
take it wasn't good until like the second year.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, and still like I love playing with my friends, and the game was fun to play. The shooting was
Oh,
really good.
shooting's really good. I mean, that's what brings a lot of people or keeps a lot of people around. It's you can run around and shoot shit and it feels smooth and
Yeah,
responsive, but I don't know, total
yeah,
lack of story or anything. It was tough for me anyways to keep wanting to play it.
yeah. So the second one came out, and I was already kind of bummed out about that. So I was hesitant. I didn't pre-order it. I let it come out, and I bought it the day it came out. I waited in line like a fucking dickhead. Or no, fuck. I think I bought it digital,
Oh, okay.
so I had it right then and there. And even then, I was let down. Like they in the first game, I didn't fucking get any good weapons until they added all this shit in the second year, and basically they handed it to you. So I
Yeah.
had shit rolls with all my RNG luck, and then the game was fucking ass for a year and a half, and then everything was you needed to pay for everything, and then the
Right.
second one was exactly the same shit. They say it's good now that it's going free to play, but I mean the game's been out for fucking almost 3 years. Now
Yeah.
it's good to play. What the fuck is that?
That sounds like a Bethesda move.
Don't even start with Bethesda.
Yeah, that's a totally other day.
But yeah,
Yeah.
fucking, I could talk about being burned by Destiny all day. But
I jumped in on the second one. That was where I came in, and I got it roughly around when it launched. Uh, and then they came out with their first paid DLC, and I took a pass on it. I'd already gotten my Destiny 2's worth, it felt like.
yeah,
I wasn't playing with anyone, too. I mean, that makes a difference, right?
yeah,
You got
and
these that you're crushing shit with, but
the thing with Destiny is like, there's no content. Like you're fighting the same enemies for the last 4 years.
yeah.
They may be reskinned. The weapons literally are the same weapons since the first fucking game. That sucks.
Hmm.
That's why I like Borderlands, because there's fucking ridiculous amounts of loot.
Yeah, exactly. Keeps it interesting. And I mean, there's so much more character in it, I
Yeah.
find.
It
In
has more life.
side quests and yeah, exactly. There's more shit going on. There's more people to talk to. Like crazy jokes happening everywhere.
Yeah. Like
But
that one time we were killing that one dude and he was like, "You'll never forget the name of." It's little shit
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, and he was like a totally insignificant person. It was just a random guy that we killed during this
Yeah.
big battle. And it was
Some
like
fucking
maybe
peon.
stop for a second. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's full of good like classic 1 and 2 liners.
Yeah.
Oh, and I wish I could remember some of the stuff. That side quest boss, Kilovolt. Man, there was some fun stuff going on with that.
That dude was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah. I've been trying to find some of his quotes online, and I can't find anything. All I'm hearing is everyone thinks he's like super OP.
Yeah. It was hard, but I mean, we got through it.
Yeah, we got through it.
First try, baby.
Yeah.
So, fuck. I kind of fucked up. This whole time we were talking about video games, I was supposed to be playing my video game music. I don't know if you want to hear it.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so it just loops.
Yeah, that oh man, that reminds me of a really old Power Rangers game for like the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, so with me, I like humble brag here. I consider myself a bit of a musician,
Hmm.
and I don't want to pay anybody to make music for this shit, so I make my own.
Yeah, that was you.
Yeah,
Damn, Poppy, that's nice.
yeah. So everything, sound effects, I edit myself. I don't want some asshole coming like, "Oh, but you're using my sound effect," and I was like, "Well, it's altered,
Yeah.
so technically that's copyright free, bro.
I
It's not the
know
same."
system.
So yeah. But yeah, I should have been playing this the whole fucking time. It makes the awkward silences a little smoother. But whatever. I'm just too
gotta
excited.
embrace the awkward silence, you know, sometimes.
So
Yeah.
around here, the phrase "rich and rare" is like it's history. It's part of the show.
Okay.
So rich and rare. So I had to take a break there because some technical difficulties. But right before we came back, my boy, the White Carlton, if you couldn't tell by his name, is a white boy. He's he's one of my brothers from the Great White North.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Team Dog Sled.
For those of you that are not in the loop, that means he's a Canadian.
Oh, what do they call those? Snow Mexicans.
Yeah, yeah, you're snow. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
You fucking Canuck.
Yeah.
So, were you born with like ice skates and hockey stick out of the womb? Or do they get?
No,
Or do they
but
give you that at the hospital?
I was raised out of the ocean by crabs. I'm an East Coaster.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, born on the East Coast, and my parents were crazy and drove across Canada when I was 2 weeks old, and now I reside on the West Coast.
That's a ways away, my friend.
Dude, that's a journey.
It's a whole continent, dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we talk a good amount. I would safe to say that you're my friend,
Yep, definitely.
and you have you're into the extracurricular activities that I think are kind of sketch. Like,
Sketch is it's calculated sketch.
I mean, you did break your ass.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, that was pretty recent too.
Yeah, that was a couple months back.
Yeah.
See, ladies and gentlemen, who said CBD is what is that shit called? Who said that was fake news? It healed my boy
Man.
healed my boy in a couple weeks.
Healed my bones.
Did you break your ass or what? Did your coccyx?
My coccyx.
You had a fracture or what was it?
Yeah, it was. It wasn't a full split. It was about or I guess a microfracture or whatever you want to call
That's
it.
still called a break in my book.
Yeah, it went halfway across the bone. So it was on the X-ray. That's all I needed to know.
You could see it in the black and white.
Yeah. Got my donut pillow. Actually, I still have it. I'm looking at it right now. There's looks like he pulled it right out of a kindergarten teacher's dress pattern.
I don't know why, but I can picture that.
Yeah, we got a hippopotamus on here and all these happy little lions, owl. Everyone's got their eyes closed though. I'm just realizing this. That's kind of bizarre.
He's so sleepy.
Yeah, this the happy, U
Oh.
shape. They're very content.
The anime eyes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you were telling me about this mountain bike escapade you went on. Caught the deers migrating and some shit.
Oh yeah, we couldn't drive at night. The Great Deer Migration 2019. That was in Washington, actually. So we left at fucking 5 a.m, and I slept for 4 hours in the car, and I missed the whole scenic highway.
I mean, we stayed up late that night, right? We were playing Rocket League.
Yeah, till 3 a.m.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing I love about Rocket League, dude. It's always just one more game.
Yeah, and when you're on a fat win streak, it's just one more game. We're killing it. Whatever. Play it till we lose, and then you lose, and you're like, oh no. We ain't going out on this.
That didn't count. That didn't count.
We can do better. And then you lose 10 in a row, and finally you get so pissed off, you're like, hey, this has to end.
This is not a good relationship.
This is the end. The end, my friend. The end. Those,
But yeah, so fucking. I guess since this was off the cuff, literally last minute. Usually when I have a guest, I like to go an hour, but I don't want to impose on my boy. We are in different time zones, so he's living in the past and I'm in the future.
I was waiting for a little pew pew pew, some kind of future noise there.
Oh, you want a future song? Hold on, we got some.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
Hold on.
So I know you got something for this. That's right.
So I'm in Central Standard Time. I am in Texas. Texas. And my boy Carlton over here, he's 2 hours behind.
Yeah.
So the future sucks. Let me tell you that. Okay,
I mean, the past ain't much different, so.
Well, here, I'm going to go ahead and just close this door off. My boy Carlton's going to tell me a sweet little nursery rhyme. I'm just fucking with you.
Give me some topics for this nursery rhyme.
That's cool. I want to hear more of a haiku. Get the fuck out of here.
That would be switching my brain to a time zone where it was full of weed.
You live in Canada,
English
dude.
class.
You live in Canada. The whole country's full of weed at this point.
Oh, yeah.
I live in Texas, dude. That's the farthest away from legalization there is. Yeah, we got us some crazy guns, but we ain't got us that marijuana.
Well, I don't know how that would go with guns. I don't know if guns and marijuana are a good mix. You know, sometimes you take a few too many puffs and you get the anxieties.
Yeah. You
And
get a little
I
paranoid.
feel like having the anxieties with a big old revolver at your hip. Who knows?
That's no brains.
Yeah.
But yeah, as everyone that has, I like to call you guys now my repeat offenders. You guys know that I don't have any social media. I'm too paranoid for that. And it's a character flaw, so forgive me. But if you can, go ahead and shout out the show. Spread some love on your social media. Let everyone know that we're here. And that I accept you for who you are. Because I love you. I love
Thanks,
you.
Poppy.
And, yeah, just let people know that this thing's a thing. Help me get it rolling. Be my street team. Let's have this build up organically, you know? You can listen again with the Podbean app. You can go to wherever fucking the Apple Store, Apple Podcast, I think that's what it's called. You can find it there. You can find it on the Google Play Store, fucking whatever they call their shit. YouTube. I post this on YouTube. Just type in Hangin' Heavy Podcast and you'll find every episode that I've posted. Or you can go to the website hanginheavy.podbean.com and you can do all the same shit there. I'm going to go ahead and let my boy Carlton say the last word and we're going to cut the show.
Last word. I don't know. That's it. She's done.
As always, I'm your boy Desecrator. My boy Carlton, I appreciate you coming. Thank you. Maybe we can do this again sometime without all the hiccups.
Yeah, you betcha.
He's so nice. Such a Canadian.
I'll have to get my finesse on next time.
So yeah, I appreciate you guys coming back. If you're new, thanks for coming. As always, I'm your boy Desecrator. This was Hangin' Heavy. Much love and rich and rare.